What do you say, everybody? It's time for your favorite show and ours, Beer with Mick and Bricken.
Hey!
We're finishing up today the Kona Variety Pack box. Of course, Kona from Hawaii. And we've tried 3 of the 4, so we're going to finish up now with the flagship of Kona Brewing, and that is their Longboard Island Lager. Take a look at that. Very, very, very cool looking art.
Oh man, I love the way these bottles look, Mick. I mean, it is. It is definitely something that would lure you in. You know, so anytime that you talk to somebody who sells fishing lures, they always talk about you're not trying to sell a lure that catches fish. You're trying to sell a lure that catches fishermen.
Yep, that's right.
So we deal with the same thing in this beer world.
Well, this is Liquid Aloha. Of course, aloha could mean hello or goodbye in Hawaiian. I feel like we've been in Hawaii a lot lately with the Mick and Brick beer review.
Well, you know, it's. We're down here at the Gulf. We're right here. Bay House and Bungalows in Fairhope is right here on the water. If you look just a little bit past this oak tree back here, we got the bay right here. So it kind of has that islandy feel, that Gulf Coast feel, and we're kind of searching for, you know, some kind of beer that fits the islands.
Yeah, well, look at the logo. Very, very cool logo. Can you see it's got a lizard on there? Kona Brewing Company. This is our after run beer during quarantine time, and if you can believe it, I mean, we're over 100 shows where we review beers after running.
That's right. I mean, it's
part of the show.
Look, it's kind of crazy. Whenever Mick got down here, whenever all of this quarantine and everything started, he was like, "Hey, man, we got to get out. We got to run. Let's get out there." And he dangled this beer, and I said, "You know what? I'll go run and I'll go drink a beer." And let me tell you what, guys, you got to have some sort of motivation. Some people need other people. Me, I just need to think about this cold beer after I go running, after I've been sweating. The whole goal here is that we get out, we get some sunshine, we get some exercise, and we go out and we drink a beer. That's how we're going to keep COVID away.
All right, well, let's go ahead and check out the flagship of Kona Brewing Company.
Look, it says Waikiki Beach in Honolulu is the birthplace of longboard surfing. Kona Brewing pays tribute to this iconic place with our own Longboard Island Lager.
When I lived in Hawaii, there was a guy named Duke who was like a famous longboarder. He was kind of the guy.
I think longboarding would be kind of my style.
Yeah. You would. Well, Magnum and the show Magnum PI seemed to like longboarding.
Was he a longboarder?
I think so, yeah.
Well, maybe that's what I need to go do.
Well, take a look at
I've
this.
always wanted to surf.
Yeah, and that'd be the place to do it. We need to go to Hawaii and do a couple reviews live. Look at this beer. It's got a golden color. It's definitely lighter than a lot of the beers that we've tried. You can see through it, but it's a little bit cloudy, but not much. Hardly any foam on this beer. Not much carbonation.
I can see right through it.
Yeah.
You look better this way, man.
Do you? Do I? Do you see me, or do you see my image on the
No,
logo?
I see you. I see you.
All right, because I don't have as good a sight, I guess. All right, let's try this thing.
You know, this is the second beer in this box. There's just nothing really memorable about it. There's nothing that sticks out. There's nothing that...
You're saying, like, you get to the you get through the bottle, which we really liked, to the actual beer itself, and there's just no kick to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that it's terrible, but it is not. It one of the other beers we tried, I can't remember exactly which one it was. It was the Golden Ale, I think. It was. I mean, what we're dealing with is 2 beers out of this box are funneling or keg standing beers.
Yeah, 4.6% alcohol on this beer,
which is surprising. It seems like it would be closer to 4.2, you know, something like a Miller Lite.
Very light.
Which actually gives it a bump up for me.
Right. I think this beer would be good on a boat. You
Yeah.
know, if you had it in cans, you know, just something light. It's not going to knock you out. 4.6% alcohol. You know, it's definitely refreshing. I can give it that. But flavorful, it doesn't have.
Yeah.
Kona's beers, you know, there've been some really, really good ones, and there's been some other ones that haven't scored so high. And I got a feeling that we're probably both going to give this one
a mid-level, a mid-grade.
Yeah, a low score. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't, you know, the Salt Life bad. or anything.
Oh,
But it's
absolutely not.
It's just it just doesn't have a lot of flavor. There's not much flair to this beer, and so if you're looking for something that's different, it's not the Kua Bay that came out of the box, so you're like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I expected. It's got a ton of flavor. I get that Hawaiian feel to it because of the floral. No, none of that.
I think what my biggest thing about all this Kona Brewing is that it's a surprise out of the bottle.
Yeah.
And half the time it's a bad surprise. Half the time it's a good surprise.
Yeah.
And
it's like Christmas.
That's right. I mean, that Kua.
Did you get what you wanted from Santa Claus, or did he throw
or did
you a
he give you some
curveball?
socks?
Or, yeah, right. Is it some underwear? And some underwear could be cool, and
Right.
some socks could be cool.
Yeah,
but
right.
not the socks that you got back in the day.
That's right.
They got like two colors around the top of the ring, and they're white. You know, remember
I'd
those
love a
sports
pair.
socks?
I'd love a pair
You like
of
those
those.
now?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
now
yeah.
they'd be cool
Oh,
with your
yeah.
mustache. But
That's right. Well, look, I think
Tube socks.
definitely out of this box. I mean, if you guys are out there, you're looking for some Kona, you like the way the cans look, man, go to get that Kua Bay, get out there, and if you can find that, go out there and get that. If I was picking out some sort of a chugging beer or a funneling beer, this is probably more expensive than what I'm going for.
yeah, right. The coconut cream ale that they did was one of my favorite beers that I've had since we started this show. I mean, it just had so much flavor. I wish I had some here. I mean, and if I knew I could go to the store and buy them right now, I would get them. You know, Kua Bay was really good. This one, I've had this one before, and I knew like this is just kind of like it's like a Budweiser or Miller Lite or something.
Right.
It's just not going to hit you with a lot of flavor. It's a consistent beer, but it's for me, it's something that's probably going to score pretty low. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah, and I'm going to give it a 2.75.
Yeah.
Which to me is like, eh.
Right. I mean, there are better ones to choose. But it really, again, depends on what you're going for. This is just something that I feel is you're probably going to spend more money and get less than you would if you were just out going and getting a Miller Lite, Bud Light,
Right.
something like that.
So the box, grading the box. Let's grade the box. The 4 beers in the box. Because this is the last one. I gotta think of the Kua Bay was good.
Castaway was okay.
Castaway was okay.
The
Longboard,
for the box, I'm gonna give the box a 3.5.
Yeah, me too. Right, 3.5, perfect. It's like
Unbelievable.
up and down. Yeah, look at
Unbelievable.
this. We've been doing too many of these shows together. But it's in the middle. Like, is it my best? No. But if I was having a party and I was having people over, there's going to be someone that's going to say, you know what? I don't like a lot of.
Well, it
hops,
depends
and I
on
don't-
what kind of people you're having over. If you're trying to impress them, you gotta go for something better.
Yeah, but think about it. Somebody likes a beer that's not coming at you with a lot of flavor. Like, there's people that expect that. They want that beer that doesn't cover a lot of flavors. At Kua Bay, we really liked it. We gave it a high score. Someone else might come along and be like, this is just too much.
That's
It's
right.
just
It's
too
too
much.
hoppy. It's too hard. It's got too much gravity.
Yeah.
Right. They may complain, but
Well, let me say this. Okay, let me ask you this. Down here, we do a lot of these, shrimp boils, right?
Yeah.
You put the shrimp boil in. You get it to a boil. You put your shrimp in only like 5 minutes. If you got corn, if you put it in too long, Ashley will throw it away. So you got it. That's got to be like 10 minutes. And you got to get the corn out. Sausage, you can put it in there a little bit longer. Crawfish, they got to sit in there 30 minutes because they soak up those juices.
Do you know this from personal experience?
I'm learning. What I will tell you is that if you like it spicy like I do,
Yeah.
it's good to leave it in there a little bit extra long. You don't like spicy.
So how are we rolling this into the beer?
Because I'm saying that there's people out there that are going, you know what? I don't like a lot of hops. I don't like
Sure,
a lot of. I
sure.
don't want a lot of flavor. I want something that's smooth, that I can rely on. That's not going to come in there and just karate chop me
go
out.
right over the head.
Right. You and I
Look.
like a lot of flavor. We like to have that beer where we're tasting.
Well,
it.
we're experts.
You're right.
I mean,
Yeah.
the big difference is, we've been drinking these. These are beer. Half of the beers in this box are there. There's no flavor. There's no taste.
Right.
You can go get that elsewhere. Miller Lite, Bud Light, whatever. If you were going for taste and you want a good box, that 420 box was good.
Yeah.
you know, and that's
Sweetwater,
unique. But there are going to be a lot of
Sweetwater.
people that don't like that either.
Right, right. Terrapin's got a good box.
New Belgium has
You
a good
love
box.
New Belgium. I'm not a big New Belgium guy.
Yeah.
We got to get them. We got to put
Look,
them on the show.
look,
It's time.
that lime lager that they've got is as good a lime lager as I've ever
I think
had.
that's where we may be going really soon.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That does it for us. This is one of the longest shows we've had, and we appreciate all of you. Make sure that you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, you go on YouTube, and you like Mick and Brick Beer Review.
That's right.
Got some swag coming up real soon, and we appreciate all you guys watching the show. Peace.